Have you ever really stopped and wondered why two people can work just as hard, maybe even in the same field, but one gets wealthy while the other just seems to stay stuck? Well, today we're going to dig into the logic behind that exact gap. And trust me, the answer is probably not what you think. Okay, let's just get right to the heart of it with this quote. The rich don't work harder, they think differently. This is the whole game right here. The big difference isn't about more sweat or longer hours. It's all about perspective. It's strategy. It's a fundamental shift in how you even look at money in the first place. So that leads us to the real question, doesn't it? What is it that they know? What's the secret? We are about to break down the specific mindsets that create such wildly different outcomes. And to really get it, we first have to tear down a huge myth that most of us were taught to believe. All right, first up, let's tackle what we're calling the great wealth myth. This is that story, the one most of us are told about money from the day we even start thinking about what we want to be when we grow up. You know this story, right? Get a good education, find a secure job, work really, really hard, and climb that ladder. But here's the trap. When your only strategy is trading your time for money, you will always hit a ceiling. I mean, there are only 24 hours in a day, right? You can't make more time. That's the hamster wheel. So if putting in more hours and just grinding harder isn't the key, then what is? This is the pivot point. This is where we stop talking about the myth and start getting into the actual strategy. It's less about what you do and way more about how you think. And that brings us to the core idea. It is all a mindset game. A good way to think about it is like your brain has a financial operating system. And for a lot of us, the problem isn't our effort, it's that we're running outdated software. It's time for upgrade. So the upgrade is this shift from what's called a labor mindset to a wealth mindset. You can think of them as two completely different languages. They both might use words like income or debt, but those words mean totally opposite things depending on who's talking. And to get fluent in this new language of wealth, we got to start with two super important vocabulary words. And look how simple this is, really. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. Think of it like a fruit tree that just keeps giving you fruit. A liability, on the other hand, is anything that takes money out of your pocket. It's like a bucket with a hole in it. And according to our source material, your entire financial life boils down to knowing the difference and then choosing the tree over the bucket. Okay, so now that we have those definitions down, asset versus liability, let's explore these two completely different worlds of money. We're going to see how these two mindsets actually operate in the real world side by side. Okay, look at income. The labor mindset is totally focused on getting a bigger salary. The goal is a bigger paycheck from your job. But the wealth mindset, it's all about increasing cash flow from assets. The goal isn't just to earn more money yourself, it's to have your money earn more money. See the difference? That's the shift from working for money to having money work for you. Oh, this is a big one. For most people, debt is a four-letter word. It's a trap. It's what you use to buy stuff that usually goes down in value. But for someone with a wealth mindset, debt can be a powerful tool. They use it to buy assets, things that actually make money. Like taking out a mortgage on a rental property, where the rent you collect is more than the mortgage payment. That's using debt to literally get richer, not poorer. And this all comes down to spending. This is where the rubber meets the road. In the labor mindset, when you get a raise, what do? You buy more stuff. A fancier car, a bigger TV, more vacations. Your new income gets funneled right into liabilities. But with the wealth mindset, a raise means you buy more assets. It's more money to invest, more seeds to plant in your money tree, making it grow even bigger. And here you can see what happens over the long run. It's pretty stark. The labor mindset, on the left, it just creates this life that's constantly weighed down by more and more liabilities. But the wealth mindset, it creates a snowball of assets. It just gets bigger and bigger. Each new asset generates cash, which you then use to buy another asset, and that cycle just keeps accelerating. One path is a treadmill you can never get off of. The other is like a rocket ship. So what does this all mean for you? What's the big takeaway here? Well, this isn't just some interesting theory. You should think of this as a new financial blueprint, a new set of rules you can use to guide every single money decision you make from this day forward. So if you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. The game is not about earning more money. That's part of it, sure. But the real game is about converting your earnings into ownership. Focus your energy, your extra cash, your learning, focus it all on building that asset column. That's the engine, that's what drives everything. So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to really chew on. Is your money working hard for you, or are you just working hard for it? Your answer to that question reveals which operating system is running your life right now. And the most powerful part of all this, you can absolutely choose to change it. You can start today.